You know who I am? You killed my family to get to me.
The series begins with a Navy SEAL officer briefing his team on the upcoming mission. The team receives confirmation that chemical weapons terrorist named Keough is active again in Syria. Intelligence reports say another attack is about to happen, and the mission is officially approved.
Where's Donnie?
He's just freaking out because his wife's about to give birth.
Donnie, how you feeling?
Like a fucking pit bull, sir.
All right, boys. We're gonna enter via Indige fishing trawler, 800 meters off the coast.
Best way to pass word is going to be to drop relays off of the entry point.
Syrian Democratic Forces gave us a local trooper who grew up playing in the tunnels beneath the compound. Keough gassed his whole family. He'll be accompanying us on the op.
In the event that shit goes south, we got Rangers 10 mics out on QRF. Feel solid, sir.
Bravo platoon has just touched down, as you know. I told him that we did not come here to coast. This motherfucker is ours. We are Alpha.
Maintain comms. Copy.
Good copy.
Sir, 6 flagging.
We're going white light.
Chief, I'm putting a fire team together and moving to Lacone's position.
Roger that.
Let it go! Let your frag out! Go! Get these men! Get them out, now! Moving! Come on! I got you, brother! Always! I'll get you out of here! I got you, brother. I got you. Charlie, get us to the access point. Move!
Trip wire, straight across, right here.
Careful! Where's that?
Careful!
No, get back! Stop that trooper! Donnie, no!
Hey, Picasso, you gonna let me see what you're drawing?
What was that?
Is she gonna be okay, Daddy?
Lucy!
Donnie, you good?
Wait! Hey, brother, what you got? Kazavac, now! Let's go, guys! Hurry up! Let's go! Get my boys off this beach! You are the last man! I promise you!
James speaks to his wife Lauren on the phone, and he tells her the truth that the mission was a disaster and almost everyone died, and only himself and Boozer survived. Afterward, James is questioned by NCIS agents at an airbase, and he explains that the mission was to capture Dr. Jahan Keough and stop his chemical weapons program. And he says their intel came from a trusted source and had worked before.
We encountered countermeasures, IEDs near the access points, calmed down as SOP. If it was just IEDs, it'd be nothing out of the ordinary, but they were armed loyalists waiting to ambush us.
Special Warfare Operator 2nd Class Donnie Mitchell was unwell.
Excuse me, what?
Experienced some sort of episode during the operation shortly before he set off the explosion.
It wasn't Donnie.
Easy, Commander.
Donnie needs help. Donnie! Hey, Donnie! What's going on?
I never said any of those things.
The Navy wanted
All right,
us
listen,
to...
don't say Navy. All right, you're not Navy.
Calm down, Donnie. Calm down. Look at me. I'll get you out of here.
Review the logs. Then let us know if you want to amend your statement.
Doctors check James for brain injury and stress, and he says he feels fine and wants to go home to the families of his dead men, so he is allowed to fly back, but told to rest and avoid alcohol. Later, James drinks in a bar to honor Donnie, calling him brave and loyal, and a journalist approaches him and asks questions about the mission and the deaths of the SEALs, but James refuses to talk or leak anything.
Who are we drinking to?
Oh, good, your press.
12 SEALs lost and no one in command even issues a statement.
I don't know what you're fishing for, but you're not going to get it from me or from Boozer.
Who's Boozer? I don't criticize your work. I question your assignments.
He later collapses from exhaustion and is woken up when he lands back home, and his friend Ben picks him up and drives him. During the drive, James tells Ben that the mission was a setup, as he believes someone gave them false information to trap the team, and he suspects powerful enemies who can manipulate signals, recordings, and even voices, to which Ben agrees, and quietly look into it using his contacts. James reaches home and reunites with his daughter Lucy, and she is happy and excited to see him, but he pretends he is fine, even though he is clearly hurt and exhausted.
Daddy!
Hey, Bug.
I knew it was gonna be today.
Oh, yeah?
Lucy, why don't you go lay in bed and...
You okay?
Oh, what you been reading since I've been gone?
The Girl Who Drank the Moon.
What's that over there? A new drawing?
I showed it to you. You liked it.
Good night.
I love you.
You know, the only thing they've told me is that you've had a concussion and that you have to lay low.
Daddy, Mommy and I started stand-up paddleboarding. You want to come, Daddy? I know you like it. It's easy.
We're all famous cinnamon rolls.
Jesus Christ.
It's Warcom.
James gets a call from Warcom, and he is told something shocking and immediately leaves the house. James asks about Boozer, but he is told that Boozer is dead, and the coroner has already taken the body. NCIS agents stop James and begin questioning him, and they say Boozer eliminated himself 2 days earlier. But James is confused and angry, and he says that is impossible because he was just with Boozer the day before and flew home with him. The officers tell James to calm down because he just returned from combat, and they explain that Boozer came home 2 days earlier with the bodies of the fallen soldiers, and that same night Boozer eliminated himself, and the police found him the next morning. But James is shocked and struggles to accept it, but he keeps telling himself to stay calm.
He's dealing with some repercussions.
I admire your commitment, but you need to get yourself right.
Was it confirmed, sir? Boozer's cause of death?
They confirmed self-inflicted wound, 9mm. Are you sure you're okay to go to these funerals?
I'll be there, sir. See anything wrong with this bullet? Boozer, his favorite pistol was the custom 1911 45. He hated the team 9mm. Hated them. I don't buy it, man. They might be able to fake evidence they can't fake Boozer.
Long live the Brotherhood. Maybe Boozer chose the team gun to send a message. His way to say goodbye.
You think I'm losing my mind?
Funerals are held for the fallen soldiers, and the government honors each soldier and gives them Silver Star medals, and officials attend and mourn their deaths. During Boozer's funeral, the Secretary of Defense speaks about sacrifice and bravery, and after the ceremony, she meets James and promises support for him and the families. She tells him she is recommending him for the Navy Cross because he refused to leave his men behind during the mission. James tries to refuse the award, but she insists, and she also reveals that operations are continuing and that the informant Musa was found dead with enemy money confirming betrayal. James feels distant and distracted, and his wife worries about his health and reminds him to schedule an MRI. James insists he feels fine, but then notices a gray car following them from the funeral, and he becomes alarmed. That night, journalist Katie Buranek secretly meets James at his home.
I'm fine. I'm okay. You see that gray car right there? It was at the funeral that followed us here. Get Lucy.
Hands! Jesus Christ! I spent the last 18 months between bases and outposts, but I never had a gun in my face.
I didn't reach out to you to talk op-tempo ratios.
I looked into your friend's death. PO1 Vickers, Boozer, right? He was already dead. You were in Coronado the day I met you. There are people who need to be held responsible
for you to go.
I'm in town for the next week. Change your mind.
We're gonna find Kahani. Long live the Brotherhood. I think something happened to me on that op. I need to call that clinic.
James agrees to a brain scan, and the doctors prepare him and tell him to relax during the procedure. And while the scan is happening, James begins to relive traumatic memories from the mission, including Donnie panicking and shouting. Suddenly, James's thoughts turn dark and angry as his memories become distorted and violent. And after the scan, James realizes something is very wrong.
We good, Doc? Is this how you killed Boozer?
Lords, they just tried to kill me. They had my gun. Take Lucy, get her out of the house now. Need to send patrol units to 423 Cayman Street.
I'm sorry.
James just got the same fate as the Punisher.
No, 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 no! Wait! Just wait!
James is forced to live through the worst moments of his life, as his wife and daughter are dead together with his whole team. Bells ring and prayers are said at a grave, and a family member says it is a beautiful place to rest and comforts James, telling him not to be alone. And later, friends and family gather together and they share memories and jokes about the past, trying to laugh through the pain. Ben tells a funny story from the old days about a barbecue and embarrassing himself, which makes everyone laugh for a moment. Marco raises a toast to the James family, honoring their bravery and love, and James feels overwhelmed and decides to leave early and go home. The scene shifts to memories from the past, where James is at home with Lauren and Lucy during a storm.
You don't show me that drawing, I'm gonna sing a song. Left behind my share of broken over the thunder. I think she's just stunned. She'll fly back to her family.
You don't have to lie to her.
Sorry to bother you, Commander. I'm Special Agent Joshua Holder. The murder weapon, your SIG P226. Mind showing that to me. How do you think these assassins got into your safe?
Must have copied my print.
This safe. Who knows the passcode?
Just me. I'll tell you something. You missed it on Boozer.
I sympathize with the position that you're in here. I truly do.
Have a seat, son. Something you wanted to discuss.
NCIS. The case is in criminal investigation. I believe what's happening may be personal. Whoever killed my family is still out there.
You're putting us in an untenable position here. 2 weeks ago, you came in insisting, despite evidence to the contrary, that an SDF trooper set off the IEDs in Syria.
I've since recanted that, sir.
After we went to the map for you, you want us to what? Get into a scuffle with NCIS over some harebrained notion that Quds Force seals right under our noses?
Sir, you're not listening to me.
You're not listening to yourself, Commander. We just don't know what's going on with you. And given the fact that you couldn't protect your men nor your family, we can't.
Reece!
Journalist Katie Buranek speaks with Agent Holder. She says she was with James the day before the murders and that he pointed a gun at her. Holder shares troubling details that the coroner believes James's wife and daughter were eliminated around the same time James arrived at the clinic, and this creates doubt about the timeline. Holder explains that there is no physical proof of the attackers. James claims fought him at the clinic, and there was no body, no blood, no knife, no security footage, and no forensic evidence. Only bullets from James's own gun. Security footage from James's house shows him leaving calmly and later returning in panic, and Holder admits he cannot decide whether James fought real attackers or imagined them, but he knows James truly believes his own story and was getting his brain checked for a reason.
There was no sign of an attacker at the Engram clinic. No dead body. How do you explain that? You were attacked after your MRI scan, right?
Yeah.
The agent on your case wants to believe you.
You met Josh Holder? You said Holder was first at the clinic? Wait right here. Put your phone on airplane mode. Okay? Don't turn it off. Airplane mode. Unencrypted smartphones are essentially tracking devices that happen to make phone calls. It's how I used to get half my intel overseas. This is a prepaid phone. You're gonna use it to contact me, but don't call me on it. Don't text me on it. What you're gonna do is use cash to purchase a Google gift card. Use it to set up a Threema account.
Thanks, Commander. Hang in there.
James contacts Ben and tells him that he believes they have found the real enemy, explains that NCIS agent Josh Holder was suspiciously present at both Boozer's crime scene and the MRI clinic. James believes this means Holder was already nearby and may actually be working for the enemy. James is convinced that Holder is the assassin who escaped the clinic. Ben asks if James is okay, hinting at concern for his mental state, but James insists he is fine and fully sure he looked Holder in the eyes and knows it was him. James then goes undercover and pretends to be interested in renting an apartment near the beach, and he casually asks about security, locks, and break-ins, but the real reason is surveillance and planning. The realtor reassures him that the area is safe and has no alarms, and this confirms to James that security is weak, making the place useful for their operation. Meanwhile, Jordan and Katie are at a poker table, and Jordan is frustrated that Katie has been unreachable for weeks, suspecting she is in trouble, but finds out she has been working and hustling. They argue about her work in Syria and Turkey, hotel conditions, and the lack of updates on James. Katie says she is investigating James, including questions about his mental state and the crime scene, but Jordan reminds her that she has 24 hours to deliver a story.
So you got 24 hours and I want something I can run, okay?
Rabbit's on the move. I'll let you know if he 180s.
Shootbag just hit the freeway. You are good to go.
What's up, Rick?
Your friend is waiting in the back for you.
Commander, wasn't your father a SEAL?
Yes, ma'am.
It's a special pride, a military childhood, but also a special burden. You know, the SEALs developed some of their hit-and-run assault tactics using Army helicopters?
Kahani, I have reason to believe he has at least one asset inside NCIS San Diego. But we need to act on this.
Kahani is not a threat to you, Commander.
Ma'am, we don't know that.
Italy's top chemical weapons experts is no longer a threat.
I know what it's like when war follows you home, but I hope you'll be able to find peace knowing this mission is over.
Yo, Holder pulled your prints 2 days before the murders.
One way to find out. Knife wound left forearm.
The scene shifts to Katie at the clinic, where she pretends to be press and asks again about James's brain scan, but the staff delays releasing information, saying a new doctor must be assigned. Frustrated, Katie calls her boss and asks him to urgently find a neurologist in Los Angeles, saying the story is getting bigger.
Let's take this nice and slow.
I didn't kill your friend.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You killed my wife. Turn your left arm over. Maybe you didn't kill him, but you covered it up. You can make me ask you again, who do you work for?
Ain't no question we got all 4 aces on this turret.
Just
Commander, who are you talking to?
You took my thumbprint off of sealed biometrics. I dialed 911. There's no way you would be first on the scene. You set me up. If what you're saying is true, then there is no assassin. Then I killed my family. You can convince me of a lot of things, but you can't convince me of that.
That's all I know. That's all I know.
James destroys evidence from his attack on Holder and prepares to disappear, and he packs heavy weapons, ammunition, cash, and fake passports, as he is clearly planning for war. He investigates the name Holder gave him, and that is Saul Agnon, and he learns Saul is a corporate fixer for Capstone Industries, a company that secretly controls billions of dollars while pretending to be a normal investment firm. In a government meeting, the secretary says she has spent her career trying to protect soldiers, especially their mental health, and she explains that special operations soldiers are being overused and pushed too hard. So she announces a big decision, and that is fewer lifetime deployments for special ops and forced early retirement. The team is shocked because the budget is already finalized and there is very little time, so they decide to work all night to change the budget before the news leaks.
How could they miss this? Wait, so no one in the Navy has seen this?
Yeah, they got this guy running around leading a platoon and his medicals are optional. That's absolute negligence. Either way, I'll have something set to drop later this evening.
Maybe I come with you.
You trust me?
I need that seat. Agnon, he's the VP of Asset Management. They have an investment of $60 billion. It's never about Kahani. He was top shelf bait. This
lead on Capstone, where did it come from?
not important.
There's something I need to show you. It's a tumor, Reece. It's about the size of a walnut. It's on the node between the hippocampus and the amygdala. I spoke with a neurologist, and she said that symptoms would include headaches, paranoia, memory confusion. We both know that you've been having confabulatory episodes.
We gotta go, now.
Wait.
The man that I just saw is an operator now. He's either here for me or for you. It's my ride. Get in.
Think you saw a guy in wraparound shades?
Buddy, I didn't see this!
It's a professional target package. Still think I'm losing my mind?
The journalist says they should call the police, but James refuses, as he believes NCIS and possibly local police are compromised, and he says they must disappear and go off the grid. James gives the journalist a burner phone and says they will not meet again, and the journalist asks for everything James has on Capstone and promises to investigate the connection. Meanwhile, inside a private training facility, a group of armed contractors run a combat drill.
Clear!
All clear, last room.
You're on the door. You should have taken the room.
Combined accuracy was 83rd percentile.
You want to run it again, sir?
Lunch break's over. Come on, let's go. Tell them we're divesting. If they need someone to scream at, they can find a wall. You're supposed to be in Santa Barbara.
We have a situation, kind you don't say out loud for fear of someday hearing it played back to you in a courtroom. Gordo's dead. Reece isn't. This was supposed to be done. And we got this psychopath running around California.
He's not a psychopath. He's a SEAL commander. Have some respect.
He knew me. I'm actionable.
Look, it's time to focus now, Saul. Okay? Plan no deal has to make. Capstone has sunk too much money into Nibellum. The time to sell is right now. Sick of waiting for Elias Ryberg to grow some nuts, and I need you there. Kurt, send Janet in.
You should come to bed. You know, if you get stuck out there, I'll be okay. My mom and dad will come down and help.
If I do make it back, then I'll probably just go fishing, I guess.
James is meeting his CIA friend Ben, who tells James that NCIS has put out a nationwide alert for him, meaning James cannot go home. The man who tried to eliminate James in Los Angeles is identified as a former Special Forces soldier, now working for a private military company with no morals. They talk about James's dead wife, Lucy, and memories from before Syria, and James admits his memory feels broken and mixed up, even though some details are clear. Then Ben asks about James's headaches, hinting at his brain injury. They discuss the assassination file again, and Ben says he will also investigate Capstone, and James explains that a journalist is already helping him secretly, but Ben is cautious and later agrees to trust James and promises to have his back. Ben warns James that many people are tracking him and tells him to stay hidden, and they part ways agreeing to stay in contact. Rich executives at a golf event joke, show off their money, and talk about business deals where Capstone Industries wants to sell a military company called Nibellum. Saul Agnon tries to push the deal forward, but the buyers say the meeting is only social, and they delay real negotiations and invite Saul to a private party later to continue talks. Katie calls her editor, and she says she was wrong about the James story, and suddenly quits saying she needs to leave town, and her editor realizes she is abandoning the investigation and feels betrayed. Back in Washington, the Secretary of Defense argues with advisors about cutting military resources.
This is good work. We'll get there.
This is going to get us down to 05 level. Some would say unwise.
Would you say it's unwise?
You really want to end on a loss?
Oh, you're trying to convince me to feel sorry for special interests? This is my legacy. Leaving things better than when I found them.
Something's happening out here. Thought you'd want to know.
Rich businessmen are partying and eating expensive food, and they joke, drink, and talk loudly about money and power, and one man pressures another to finally decide whether he wants to buy the military company Nibellum, and he demands a clear yes or no.
Tell Mr. Horn that I'll have a proposition by morning.
All right, all of you. You're done. Go home. Everybody, you're done.
That thing with the bag, that was unpleasant. Why does Capstone Industries want me dead? Does it have something to do with the tumor?
He doesn't tell me anything.
Who?
Steve. Warren. Steve's a visionary. I'm just an appendage.
How does Steve execute an ambush in Syria?
Steve has friends everywhere. Perks of being a billionaire. It's all about something called Project RD 4895. I don't know what it is.
It's not good enough.
I don't know anything. I'm just a guy.
Who did you send to kill my family?
There's a lawyer out of Jackson Hole. Boykin hired Sicarios. He's more useless than me.
This is a methadone cocktail, Saul. You get a quiet death, and you're lucky. It's more than you deserve. They get darkness in service of some corporate project. That's why my wife and daughter had to die.
Why did they have to bring the girls into this?
They needed to be more digestible. Boykin, that's our path to the trigger man. What are you hiding, Marcus?
Police and federal agents argue over who should control James's case because it involves multiple deaths and is very high profile, while some admit James is highly decorated and skilled, as they believe bigger agencies will take over. Investigators order camera footage, facial recognition, and lists of his family and contacts to find anyone helping him. Katie uncovers a secret project called RD hidden inside Capstone Industries, a massive corporate network tied to the Pentagon and war zones, and she begins filing records requests to expose the truth and shares her leads with her editors. Meanwhile, politicians worry the budget cuts will fail in Congress, so they plan to make the hearings public to expose how special interests profit from war.
Our faith in your judgment is a bit shaken. I followed you down this path because you held me up when I needed it. But I'm not going to sell my business for nickels on the dollar, and I'm not going to keep developing your projects if there's no market.
There's always a market for what we do.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Hartley's new budget hits subcommittee in a few days. Until then, good luck with the VP search.
We're starting our descent.
It's good to have you back, Nico.
So good to be here. Oh, Paula.
Vamos.
Let's go.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
I seem to always forget just how beautiful it is.
I told my mom I wanted to go to the funeral.
Antonia.
That's a big one, Liz. Grab it.
I didn't know Lucy was sick. I would have sent her a letter.
She'd have loved that very much.
Katie is confronted by a Capstone-linked man who accuses her of helping an eliminator, but she pushes back, saying James did not eliminate his family. She points the blame toward Capstone Industries, hinting they caused brain tumors in an entire Navy SEAL platoon, revealing a much larger and darker conspiracy. The investigators reveal that Saul Agnon is dead from a suspicious overdose, and that NCIS agent Josh Holder was also eliminated. But Katie insists she does not know where James is, but agrees to inform them if she finds out. Steve Horn meets with a government insider and uses a World War I story to explain his strategy of working quietly behind the scenes.
Brits and the Germans reach a stalemate at Flanders. There's this General Plumer on the English side. Super patient guy. Spends 5 months building 8,000 meters of tunnels under the enemy position. Packs them with 600 pounds of explosives and blast kills 10,000 Germans. Stalemate over. But right now, you need to decide if you want to be a little red ling or the heir apparent. This is going to be really good for you, Richard.
Navajas and his gang contracted multiple cartels. According to our sources, 3 weeks ago, Navajas and the lieutenant left the compound. Only Navajas returned, carrying a wound to his left forearm.
It's him. We need to go in. Get him head on. That's the only way this works. We can't ask your men to put their lives at risk.
We'll be doing the world a favor.
It appears the tumor is fast growing. There are excellent surgeons in Mexico City. You can have your life back. The drugs won't save you.
I don't know how you're still standing. You're family to us. After tomorrow, if you survive, please don't come back. You're happy to die for our vengeance, but you should have never brought your friends into this.
Alejandro, ¿dónde estás, vato?
Yeah, 4 Sicarios heading to the kill box.
Ready.
Moving. Cálmate, cálmate. I have the children. Go.
You know who I am? She did her best hunting right here on this ranch. I think this is where she belongs.
Que Dios te acompañe, mijo.
A ti también, tío.
Katie continues her investigation and discovers that Steve Horn secretly controls Nubellum Pharmaceuticals, a major defense contractor that makes military drugs used across all branches of the armed forces, and the company is about to be sold for billions, making the conspiracy much bigger than first believed.
Requesting fast mover and support.
Rangers and QRF are inbound.
Move! Last man! Talk to me. Riley, how you doing?
Daddy!
Federal agents then meet Steve in his luxury office and question him about Gordon. Horn claims Gordon was an independent contractor and says he does not know what he was doing in Los Angeles. And the agents point out the heavy security around Horn and suggest someone might be targeting him. But Horn explains it as protection because of his powerful business interests. The agents accuse Horn of knowing James and hint that James may be responsible for multiple deaths, including Horn's vice president. But Horn denies knowing James and says Saul died of overdose. The agents leave, admitting they dislike Horn, but reminding each other their job is to protect him, not judge him. Katie interviews Dr. Tedesco about Nubellum before the company's sale, and she asks about his original work on Alzheimer's and why he chose that field. Tedesco explains he was afraid of losing his identity and wanted to change that through science.
Perhaps you'd love to hear about our new expansion initiatives.
Felt like you had some concerns with the course of action Steve Horn put you on. What's RD-4895?
There are no end users. RD-4895 hasn't reached human trials.
What if it was used on a platoon of Navy SEALs that went to Syria 2 months ago and never came back?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Memorize this. Lock it in and then flush it down the toilet.
This is our target location. Horn's only point of exposure.
Are you sure we need him breathing?
Katie.
Capstone pressures Nubellum during the company sale, trying to lower its value by questioning Pentagon contracts, and secretly, Tedesco contacts the reporter and asks for an urgent in-person meeting, warning her not to bring a phone. Later, Horn suspects someone inside the company accessed internal servers and may be leaking to the press, and when Horn's convoy suddenly splits, agents realize something unusual is happening and stay focused on him. Katie secretly meets Mike Tedesco, who admits that RD is a brain drug meant to block combat trauma by separating memory from fear.
I want to be unambiguous about one point. If Nubellum was doing anything illegal, it was outside my purview. If you can't reconcile that with your reporting...
I trust you. Combat trauma, like PTSD.
Yeah, 2 months ago, I noticed some irregularities in our cap table. Accounting document that itemizes shareholders and their stakes in my company.
I don't follow. What does this have to do with dead SEALs?
Everything.
Jesus. This is a crucial piece. You did good. We gotta go.
Come on. Gotta move. Move it.
They knew we were meeting. I don't think he's a part of this. He can help.
The FBI is not the play here.
RD-4895 was an experimental drug developed by Nubellum Pharmaceuticals. Was to stop the encoding of trauma on the brain, effectively preventing PTSD.
And it gave us brain tumors.
Every major news outlet's gonna be all over this.
It's about your fucking story.
Reece!
Men who killed my friends and family are not going to prison. You end up on the battlefield again, it's not on me.
In Washington, officials panic but refuse to admit defeat, and NCIS agents confront Richard and reveal Horn has been secretly paying him through a fake account for years, forcing him to cooperate. Ben finally sends the names, and the truth is devastating because Admiral Pillar, Howard, and Commander Cox, who is James's own command at Warcom, were involved, and they approved everything and believed they would never be caught. Realizing his leaders helped eliminated his family and team, James tells Liz to gather chemistry equipment from multiple stores and towns because they are going to build an explosively formed projectile for precise attacks.
We're really gonna build a bomb? Let's get Ben up here so we can think
Listen
this
to me.
through.
Sir, Donnie, we knew what was right. Now 2 of those men are dead because of Horn.
Donnie, you're talking about Donnie Mitchell? Donnie wasn't even in Najaf. Reece, that kid was in grade school in 07. You listen to me for a second. I have no appetite for cutting down civilians because they picked the wrong time for a Sunday stroll.
I copy you. Keep eyes on the Eagle. The convoy is still parked in the nest.
Mr. Horn, is it true Mike Tedesco was murdered? How does it affect...
Like you all, I learned about Mike this morning. Feel quite shaken. Former Navy SEAL James Reece is suspected in the death of my colleague. Psychotic break related to wartime trauma. Not unsurprising condition for a war veteran.
James Reece didn't kill Mike Tedesco. You and your men did. cells. And I know those tests caused tumors, so you had them murdered. It's all in my story.
Come on!
Please.
Okay, okay.
Chevy Silverado heading north on highway.
Get your ass here and I will get you out.
Liz, situation's escalated.
All units at Stinson or Point Reyes. We need you south.
Clear. We need HRT and all available tactical personnel.
James hides in the wilderness, injured, stressed, and searching for his pills as bad weather moves in and the storm grounds drones and helicopters, which may help him avoid detection, and dogs lose his scent. Mac tells Liz to stay strong and accept that whatever happens in the woods is James's responsibility. And as pressure builds, James remembers moments from his past, that his daughter giving him a drawing, and his own words about surviving pain and never quitting. And James insists he never quit on his men and never will.
I did that before you left, Daddy.
You hear that bell? That bell wants you to quit. You quit on yourself. You quit on all of us. You trust the man to your left and your right. You hear that, Reece? You got what it takes?
Elite tactical teams arrive and the hunt becomes more organized, and the plan is to trap James by sending teams in from both sides of the mountain while drones and aircraft search from above. Smitty speaks up, saying James is a respected SEAL and that this behavior is not normal for him, but the commander shuts him down, explaining that James is sick, dangerous, and responsible for bombings, and that this is no longer the man they once knew. Because of his personal connection, Smitty is removed from the field, and because they are short a man, Mac decides to join the field team himself, and he says he has tactical training and survival skills, and promises not to slow them down, so the team agrees and prepares to move. Suddenly, command reports a heat signature and then a cell phone signal in the search area, so the team moves fast, realizing James is very close. They reach a spot just over a ridge, where the signal stops, and as they advance carefully, one of the men notices something suspicious.
Let's do this. Leroy!
HRT, we have multiple heat signatures.
Copy. He's using batteries as decoys.
You're it, Daddy!
This is FBI Special Agent Tony Leone. We got you pinned, Reece. I know you're in pain. It doesn't have to be like this. Check fire! Check fire!
I either skirted the ridgeline or doubled back down the mountain. Somehow we missed it.
What does this mean?
Means he had the shot, Leone.
Bad weather forces drones and air support to shut down, giving James another chance to disappear, and the exhausted team tends to their wounded and sets up to wait frustrated that James escaped again while the hunt continues. Agent Lyon then talks directly to James even though James is hiding in the woods, and Lyon says James could have eliminated him but chose not to, proving James still knows right from wrong. He tells James they are not his enemies and warns that if this continues, someone will die, and James answers that he will stop only when the people who eliminated his family are dead. James talks about his father and how coming home from war is harder than fighting it, and he admits he tried to be both a soldier and a family man, but his family was taken from him. When Lyon brings up the eliminations in San Francisco, James says pushing a trained warrior to violence was a mistake, and the conversation ends when James goes silent and disappears again. The team resumes the search and they find signs that James slept nearby and escaped down a dangerous route, confirming he is still moving. They decide to use a small drone called Loki to track him instead of waiting for bigger air support.
Hey, Bug. Oh, don't go.
Loki's down, but we got him. He's one click north.
Everybody back! What are you, Army?
Even SEALs need heroes.
You tell HRT to hold their position?
I can't do that, Commander.
HRT is in position.
Wake up, Army. Wake up, Army. Wake up, Army. You okay?
Breathing, but she's hypoxic.
Sir. I thought I told you to leave. Any word on Katie Buranek?
She's alive.
You know, I saw him out in the woods, Lauren and Lucy. I keep remembering the same morning over and over again. I need to get it out of my head.
Even after you get them all, ain't nothing gonna bring them back.
How far are we from the jump?
We're clear!
Sakes! No, mate! You can't take them all! You can't take the enemy!
Your JAG is here, sir. Regarding Odin's sword, we should have deniability. It is time to seriously consider contingencies. I have a family to think about.
I'm not moving to Cameroon.
As long as we have legal cover, we have a position to defend. And if disgraced Commander Reece wants to show up here, there are 5,000 sailors who have something to say about it.
At a public press conference, the government labels James a domestic terrorist, and officials say James believes he is still serving his oath and is on a mission, and they explain that their goal is to capture him and stop more deaths by identifying who he might target next, especially people connected to Steve Horn and Capstone Industries. Law enforcement teams secretly work with Katie, asking her to help by finding a cap table on Horn's computers that shows who profited from the illegal drug tests.
You're not going to find him without me. Run a search for something called a cap table. Some represent payments in a conspiracy to illegally test a drug called RD-4895 on Navy SEALs. I know he needs to be stopped, but he's not the only one who needs to be held accountable.
Dep, have Carr run a deep dive on Horn's computer. Junior, she does not leave this room.
At ease, Gerald. It's your office. I wanted to make sure everything was to protocol for this conversation. I was curious what kind of intelligence got a whole platoon killed. Anyone even vet this?
I had a standing order from the Pentagon.
Thank you, Gerald.
What's up, Dad?
You're home early.
Just need to pack our bags. No, Dad, I can't. I have soccer tonight. Well, there's no soccer tonight. It's gonna be fun, okay?
Whatever this is, it isn't fun.
Just listen to me.
Investigators search Steve Horn's computers and uncover proof that Admiral Pillar knew about the drug and still allowed it to happen, and they also find financial records showing Pillar was paid for his role. The money trail exposes several high-ranking officers and shell companies, including Pillar, Howard, Cox, and others connected to the experiment, and one company remains unidentified, raising more concern.
Gonna at least tell me what you did?
I didn't do anything. The Admiral got involved in something bad.
Dad, it's not the taxi, it's the FBI.
What can I do for you, Agent?
Going somewhere, Captain.
Keep the change. So how's this gonna go then? What do you want, Reece?
Tell me who else knew.
We were the only ones who knew about the experiment.
You were part of the Brotherhood. You sent our brothers to die. Foreign land. You need your team, you call for them. Where's your team, Bill? You have the weight.
Jesus Christ, Reece.
You ready to do that favor for me?
You know me. I have a family.
I had a family. Ramirez had a family. Cortez had a family.
No.
Donnie Mitchell's not gonna ever see his baby because of what your husband did to my platoon. Are you going to do the thing I asked you to do?
I can't do it, Reece.
You helped send my child to the afterlife, so now I'm gonna take yours.
Oh, God, no, Reece, no. What are you doing? Reece.
Get up. Save your wife and son from drowning in the Pacific. You can do this. I'll do it. Good man. Don't let them go till it's done.
The authorities continue investigating the situation, and Coronado PD is coordinating more units, and Tony finds unexpected evidence suggesting Admiral Pillar may have handed over proof of secret drug trials on SEALs. Tony is then confronted by DCIS agent Bijan Azad, who tells him he is being put on ice, meaning he is under investigation and his team will return to their normal departments. The FBI handles Pentagon misconduct, not the other way around, and Azad explains that while Admiral Pillar's drug experiments were not technically illegal, there may have been a cover-up. Tony must turn over all information on Pillar and his officers, then go on a short leave while Washington is sending their team to take over the case. Buranek calls her colleague Jordan at the Atlantic with proof that the Secretary of Defense ordered the covert experiment that caused tumors in James and his men and that Steve Horn paid to cover it up, and Jordan agrees to publish.
James, they've been calling the families all night. You want to come see? I love you.
Somebody no!
What am I supposed to tell Lucy?
I'm over there fighting for her. I'm over there fighting for you.
We both know that that's bullshit. When you're over there, you're fighting for you.
Or come back.
He had had ecstasies innumerable that other children can never know.
Daddy, I won! The other girl didn't know there were two P's. Disappear. D-I-S.
Come on, kiddo, we gotta go.
I've been calling you for hours. Hartley tried to feed us to the wolves, but I played the cards you gave me.
It's for you, sir.
And I realized today that my daughter saw more combat than you.
You are a wisp of smoke.
There are 700 ball bearings in a Claymore mine. If you have 2 of those mines pointed at your face, that is 1,400. 100 for each of the SEALs.
Reece, Commander!
I didn't have a choice, sir.
This goes way beyond Warcom. You know that, right? Now, I'll tell you who else is involved, but if I die, you won't know.
Well, let's just assume for conversation's sake, Admiral, that I already do.
It's the Admiral's office. Some kind of bomb.
I know what happened to you. What they did to you.
It's time you let justice take it from here. I am justice. Stay off my list.
Jordan, what's going on? It's been an hour.
You actually have to send me something for me to publish it, okay?
I read your story, Miss Buranek. It's a hell of a piece. If you want the truth, I'm open to granting an interview.
Hartley is sitting with Katie Buranek, where she openly accuses Hartley of using government resources to interfere with her investigation, and Katie makes it clear that she does not trust her at all. Hartley responds calmly by saying that Katie's story was wrong, and even libelous, because before the article went to print, Hartley wanted Katie to understand what really happened in the exact order it occurred. Katie pushes back, as she has documents from Steve Horn and Admiral Pillar, but Hartley does not deny the documents, and instead, she says Katie has the right facts, but she is reaching the wrong conclusions. And according to Hartley, she did greenlight the RD project, but did not benefit from the cover-up thereafter. Before they can go further, Hartley is called away to a secure meeting with the Joint Chiefs, and she tells Katie she can either stay and work or publish everything she has been told, because Hartley says it is all true.
Who is it? It's the reporter. How long till our feet wet?
2-3 hours.
Ben.
We got 3-4 chargers. Hey.
Driver's license, please. Mind we take a look in back? Routine check.
She's all yours.
You live in the vehicle, sir?
Oh, time to time, ma'am.
Last name Adams, first name Shane, male, white.
ID check is clear. No wanted warrant.
We're clear.
Have a great day.
One of the investigators reflects on his past, as he used to believe anyone running must be guilty, but now he thinks they got it wrong, as James might actually be the victim and the people he is hunting might be the real criminals. So they do not decide to side with James, and instead they decide to go after everyone involved. Even though they have officially been sidelined, the leader says he has made calls, and he asks if they are willing to risk their careers to see it through. James prepares for the mission, and one teammate wants to go with him onto the island, but James refuses, and he tells him to stay back and cover for from the boat with a heavy weapon, and James insists on sticking to the plan. His friend tries to convince him to walk away, and he says the reporter already has the story. Hartley will not escape justice, and they could disappear somewhere peaceful and live quietly, but James says that it will not work. The scene shifts back to the house where the reporter prepares to leave, wanting to catch the last ferry, because she does not want to stay there anymore, and Hartley suggests she leave in the morning, but the reporter refuses, and she thanks Hartley for changing her story, and says she will contact major news outlets, and Hartley agrees and arranges a car.
See, the thing is, you've told me two different stories. Who lied to you about the experiment? You wanted to make sure that all of them were held accountable. You took actions to punish Horn and Pillar, actions that your records show happened before San Francisco. Do you see the contradiction? How can you hold somebody accountable if you didn't know they were committing a crime, that Reece and his men would die in Odin's sword?
I knew that there were unfavorable developments. Admiral Pillar assured me they'd resolve the health issues.
You told me, and I quote, I had to listen.
There wasn't time.
How much time does it take to say abort? You approved an experiment that gave 14 men brain tumors. You chose to remain silent, and you let those men die.
Those men didn't just die! They saved lives! You act like they're victims. They're not. Yes, I stayed silent because it was a sacrifice.
You just admitted to letting Alpha Platoon die.
I'm in position. Send it.
I won't let you advance your career off their deaths.
Man, we need to move you. Now.
Okay.
All right, hit the beach, fan out.
FBI just landed. Abort now.
FBI!
I'll see you on the other side, Ben.
Hold your fire!
We're taking over the estate. Stand your security element down.
On me.
We got this.
Reece, stop! Stop! Somebody else. It's someone in the agency. Someone else who set up Odin's sword.
I never meant to hurt you, Commander. I swear. I wanted to help you.
She looked at you, and this is what she saw. Leave her to me, I got her. But if you kill her now, it'll be murder.
She's not in your world.
No! Moving to Hartley's safe room.
Reece! Reece! Don't make me shoot you.
I'm already dead.
Tony, do you have eyes on Reece?
Negative.
James meets Ben Edwards from Oberon Analytics, and James realizes the truth that Ben was the real mastermind, as Ben used a shell company, fed false intelligence, and set up Odin's sword, which led to Alpha Platoon's deaths. And he did it because he believed the men were already dying from brain tumors and thought letting them die in combat was better than in a hospital.
I was hoping I'd see you again.
It's you. Did you do it for us? Did you do it for $20 million?
Maybe both. I need you to know, Lore and Luce, I had nothing to do with it. That's the truth. Let's finish the list.
Is she gonna be okay, Daddy?
I'll tell you what, Bug, I don't think she is. Come here. If someday I don't come home from work, you should know your dad died and that I was surrounded by good men that I loved. And then one day you're gonna get older and you're gonna take care of your mom. Well, I won't be here to watch that, but that doesn't mean that I won't keep my eye on you.
From where?
From right here, honey. Right here.
I really hope you guys enjoyed the recap, and if you did, then be sure to check out other recaps similar to this series like The Punisher and Jack Reacher. And as always, thank you very much for watching.